Is it bad, or can I basically buy a property sub 2 when someone's in foreclosure, catch up their payments, give them the option to buy it back or rent it back to essentially know if they don't pay, I evict them and I get all that equity? High level to someone that maybe doesn't understand that if someone's behind on their payments and let's say they have $300,000 of equity, but they're 15 grand behind on the mortgage, could you just catch up the payments, let them stay there, give them the option to buy it back, and then when they don't pay, they're a tenant, so then you can evict them and now you inherit all that equity? It's super poor to it's super bad strategy just doing this, because one, you're just taking advantage of someone that's in distress. Like, people already think that's happening, unfortunately, when you're in this kind of business. But this is why you never should be leasing it back to a person that's in foreclosure. Like, we'll do temporary leasebacks to get people to help relocate, meaning like 1 to 2 weeks, because they literally had no money at the, until the property closed. So we're helping them get an extra week or two to move out. We're paying for their move. We're getting them into a better place. But to just tell someone that says, I don't want to sell my house, okay, you don't have to sell it. Like, I'll just catch up your payment and then you can stay there, or you can buy it back. Every single person that's super excited about being able to keep their house is gonna be like, yeah, it's a great idea. So it's an easy sale for just like a gotcha, knowing that someone that hasn't paid their mortgage in 6 to 12 months is probably not gonna pay whenever you put them on a rent plan, right? Or whenever they wanna buy it back. So it's a very low chance that they're gonna be able to buy it back. But there's also something called a pretend sale, where you go down the whole rabbit hole, especially in Texas, is if that person wants to sue you, let's say a year down the line, you caught up their payments, you said, hey, I'll sell it back to you on refinance, and they're not going to be able to qualify for it, or maybe they fell behind in the payments and they want to bring in a lawyer that will probably work for free because they know they're going to win this case, and they realize that you just essentially lent money to them to let them buy the property back. So they don't see it as a sale. Anytime you're saying in a buyout clause, or like, you can just buy this property back from me, they're looking at, okay, you lent them 15 grand, giving the option to buy it back. So it's essentially a pretend sale. So super weird legal battle you can get in there, and it's really just not an ethical business practice to be able to just tell someone, hey, I'll pay your back payments, and then know you're going to inherit 300 grand of equity when they think they're going to be able to buy it back. The caveat to some of these, right, is, and I know some people that have done this the proper way, which is like, let's say homeowner's 80 years old, they have no family, or their family is in on it, and they say, hey, they really just need this payment low. We're willing to stay here for 3 more years. We can't leave because of X, X, and X reason. And they're willing to do some sort of partnership. So maybe you catch up that payment, you let them lease it there for the very low payment, and you agree to give them X amount of profit when you sell it in 3 years. So that's something where you can look at their benefit. You're not saying they can buy it back, but you're giving them some sort of benefit to stay and some sort of benefit whenever you do sell it in X time frame. So again, it can get pretty hairy. I would talk to a real estate attorney that's done these before, but really you shouldn't be just leasing it back to people that are in foreclosure, because there's a reason they didn't pay your mortgage. You know they're not going to pay your mortgage, and if you're hoping they're not going to pay so that you can evict them and then take all their equity, you're in for a pretty brutal lawsuit if they want to hire a lawyer. And yeah, maybe they don't have the money to hire a lawyer, but if someone is willing to take that case and they know they're going to win it, they might not, they might work for free until they get you sued out of a bunch of money. So shouldn't even think about that. Not very ethical in my opinion. And I see people that have unfortunately offered that to some people that we have under contract, and the homeowner gets super excited about it. We have to explain to them how they could get screwed and how it's not always even legal, because it can be a pretend sale.